FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
Now, I thought what I would do tonight is to speak to you about some of my experiences at eBay. And what I wanted to do was share with you the ideas and perspectives that I picked up along the way over the last 10 years. As Ralph said, taking a company from 30 people to 16,000 people, there was a lot learned over the last 10 years. And I think some of the ideas that I came up with and learned over the last 10 years will be very helpful to us in terms of tackling the challenges that I think we face in California. But before I get into that, I thought I might spend a moment giving you a glimpse into what I've been doing since I retired from eBay on March 31st. To wind the clock back a little bit, in the fall of 2006, I received a call from my close friend Mitt Romney. And Mitt and I had been at Bain & Company together. In fact, he was my first boss and my first mentor at Bain & Company. And he called me and came out to have lunch, and he said, "Would you ever be willing to help me run for president?" And I said, "Mitt, for you, I would do anything. Tell me what you'd like me to do." And he said, "What I want you to do is be one of my national finance co-chairs." And I said, "Great, love to do that." If I had actually known what that meant, which means fundraising, a glamour title for fundraising, I might, in fact, have thought twice. But I was delighted to be helpful. It was a great experience for me. And I traveled extensively on behalf of Mitt around the country, was a fundraiser, a surrogate. And in fact, here in California, we raised $12 million for Mitt Romney, which was the most of any presidential primary candidate for the Republican Party. Now, when Mitt stepped down from his campaign on February 5th, because John McCain won, I thought, okay, maybe I will just, enjoy my retirement and think about what I'm going to do next. But in fact, John McCain gave me a call, and he said, "I've watched what you've done for Mitt. He and I know each other from the early days of was there going to be new taxes on the internet?" And he said, "I'd love it if you would join my campaign." And I said, "Absolutely, I'd be delighted to help." And I thought it would be a bit of a part-time job. It has turned out to be a full-time job. As my oldest son, who's now 23, said, "Mom, you did not retire, you just changed jobs." But it's been great fun. I dove into John McCain's campaign pretty much full-time and really found myself involved in many different things, from economic policies to improving the campaign website to staffing up the state organizations. And I've traveled the country representing John at all sorts of events. And actually, a few weeks ago, John gave me the opportunity to speak at the Republican National Convention, which you can imagine was actually, an opportunity of a lifetime to speak to a national audience about what I thought recommended John to the country. And actually, what's been fun is seeing a campaign play out on a national stage. It has been fascinating, it has been fast-paced, it's been intense, and at times quite a humorous experience. And in many ways, I am struck by how many of these presidential campaigns reminded me of my early days at eBay. When I came to John's campaign in March, in many ways, it was a startup, just like eBay. There were 30 people at headquarters in Washington, D.C., very little money in the bank, because you remember John's campaign was actually considered dead and buried a year ago this summer. And so from infrastructure to staffing up policy organizations to communication and marketing, it was trying to take a startup, in many ways, from startup to grown-up, to a national presidential campaign in 6 months. And I think we have done a great job, and it has come a tremendous way. But like eBay in the early days, every day is a new challenge. Every day, mistakes can be made that can either be detrimental or fatal. And it has been a very interesting experience. I was talking to someone the other day who said, in political campaigns, there are lots of UFOs. And I said, UFOs? And he said, unforeseen occurrences.